turn on all the instruments and lights, and he agreed, but he told me to warn him about every move that I would make, and I agreed to that. Once inside, I also realized that I was going to need assistance. I needed someone to hold that kid down. I couldn't make him drowsy because I knew they were on foot and they had to leave the hospital on foot. I couldn't give him anesthesia because given the degree of the infection, no anesthesia would catch. So I was going to have to do this procedure without numbing him, and it was going to hurt a lot. I explained this to the commander, and he signaled to one of his men, who immediately put the rifle on the floor, jumped on top of the kid, straddled him at his thighs, grabbed his arms and held them by the side of his body. So I had my assistant ready. I was shaking. I had an idea of what I had to do. I had seen it in books and in enormous slide presentations in my oral pathology classes, but I had never done this. This was the first time that I would do this by myself. What I did know, though, was that if I made a mistake in my incision and I touched the nerve that runs by that area of the face, I could cause the paralysis of half of this kid's face for life. I also knew that if this infection progressed, this kid could go into sepsis and die. And in the back of my head, I also knew that if the army had been notified that the guerrillas were in the hospital, they could burst in at any moment and there would be a crossfire and I would become collateral damage by the end of that morning.